Hi everyone, it's Dr. Angela Rahm, and I'm here today to talk a little bit more about the Sentient Sculpt, because we get a lot of questions of why is this so special and how come it works so well compared to all the other things on the market? Because there's a lot of things on the market. There's really cheap pieces of equipment and there's really expensive pieces of equipment. So let's talk about why Sentient Sculpt is so awesome for cellulite and getting rid of fat that you just can't do it with exercise and diet alone. All right, so let's get started. So let's first discuss the frequency that is being used. So when we're doing RF technology for body sculpting and cellulite, most of the equipment cannot actually penetrate deep enough without pain because of the size of the wavelength. So most of the equipment out on the market is using 1, 2, 3, or 4 megahertz, where the Sentient Sculpt is actually using something significantly smaller in the radio frequency spectrum. It's actually using 2.45 gigahertz. This patent technology is like nothing I've ever seen before, and the results prove it. So what does it mean? What does it do? So what we're looking at is how deep it can go, but the power it can go as well. So in the other types of equipment where they're using that 1, 2, 3, 4 megahertz, it heats up the water in the skin. Our skin has nerves in it, it has water in it, but when you get into that fat layer, there's very little moisture and there's no nerves in the fat layer. So we actually, with the smaller gigahertz, can get into that fat layer without as much, well, really no pain, because we're not heating up water in the fat and it doesn't attract. It's not a spectrum that attracts to water. So these higher hertz, they're actually attracted to water. So they're going to heat up the water, therefore heating up the fat around that layer of skin, not getting to the depth. For cellulite, now cellulite's a little bit different, but what we're going to talk about is that same gigahertz that is attracting to the cellulite. Now we have actually two pieces of equipment in one. So one attracts that deeper fat layer and one attracts to that cellulite skin layer. But those fiber septides that are actually kind of pushing up and giving us that dimply look in our legs mainly, that gives us that dimpled look. We need to get down into that layer, that skin layer, but also a little bit of that fat layer to break down those fiber septides. You have to get the skin higher than 43, 45 degrees Celsius, and you simply can't do it with the other RF equipment. It would be so painful. Where we're getting it up to over 70 degrees Celsius, that really breaks down those fiber septides. So cellulite is easier targeted and we get better results. I'm a visual person, so to sum this up, I'm going to actually show you what I'm talking about. So we have two hand pieces, like I mentioned. Here's the large hand piece, and here is a small hand piece. So the two hand pieces, we will target different things, but here's what's cool. If you want to address the fat layer, we can do that with the large hand piece, but 80% of it is going to go deep into that fat layer. 20% of it is going to address the skin. And then with the smaller hand piece, the shallower hand piece, and the large hand piece goes about 1.7 centimeters into the skin. That's incredible. This one goes about 0.7 centimeters into the skin and fat layer. So the smaller hand piece is what we're going to use to target more cellulite, but we're still going to be able to address about 20% fat with 80% of that target being in the skin layer to tighten, tone, destroy cellulite. I mean, it's fabulous that we have in one piece of equipment, we can do so many things and it can be so versatile. Okay, everyone, I want to talk to you now about Cryo T-Shock. And I'll probably talk about a little bit of the differences between Cryo T-Shock and Sentient Sculpt. Now, Sentient Sculpt is the newest thing to come to the US from Italy. So that just means it's just advanced technology and it has some patents to it. But Cryo T-Shock came from Italy as well. And it's a a completely different kind of treatment, but does deliver similar results. So with Cryo T-Shock right here, Cryo T-Shock uses cold and warm temperatures. So cryo is cold and the T for thermo is the heat. So we are actually getting up to 41 degrees Celsius, and we're getting cold enough at negative 18 degrees Celsius. So we can get it as cold as things like Cool Sculpting would, which is really cool because it's a lot more price effective. And the results we have seen with our Cryo T-Shock, I believe, and our patients who have gone to do both, they love the Cryo T-Shock. We are also manually doing this one, just like the Sentient Sculpt. So we are, with a little bit of pressure, we're using those alternating temperatures to actually deliver the results that you want. So different temperatures for cellulite and skin tightening, different temperatures for drainage, if you have some lymphatic stagnation, and different temperatures for fat. Just, we want to kill fat cells. We have a whole set of temperatures that we adhere by to do that. The best places for Cryo T-Shock that we get the best results are going to be the around the knee area and up that inner thigh, the back of the legs, stomach area, and even the love handles do really well with the cool temperatures of Cryo T-Shock. I would say if you're looking to get arms done and maybe even back fat, definitely the Sentient Sculpt is going to give you more rapid, just more of a turnaround, quicker results than Cryo T-Shock would. But both are great for that skin tightening, toning, breaking up some of that congestion around the cellulite, where the Sentient Sculpt actually breaks down those fiber septides. Cryo T-Shock just really soothes that skin and gets rid of a lot of that inflammation, and it can injure those fiber septides, but I wouldn't say it has the ability to naturally just destroy them. But combining Cryo T-Shock with a very healthy diet and lifestyle choices absolutely can yield amazing results. So both pieces of equipment are wonderful. Come in for a free consult, see what is best for you based on what you're looking to achieve. We can better assist you in deciding which pieces of equipment can be best, and even sometimes a combination of both in different areas or even in the same area might be advised. So they're both just fabulous, and we can't wait to just help you get the body that you want, because listen, life's too short. We might as well love the body that we're in. So we hope to see you soon. We have our Janesville and Madison offices where we can deliver all of these treatments for you.